So, what did you like most in school? I always loved math. The logic, the patterns, it all just clicked for me.
Me too. Algebra was my favorite. Solving for x, y, no?
Oh, definitely. Solving equations was cool. But I also really liked geometry. All those shapes and angles, figuring out how they fit together.
Yeah, but trigonometry felt so practical. Like knowing how tall a tree is without even measuring it.
That's true. Trig was handy. Though calculus blew my mind with derivatives and integrals. It's like magic when you see how things change over time or space.
Integrals were okay, but limits were confusing at first. Took some getting used to.
Limits are tricky, but once you get them. And don't forget about statistics. Understanding data and probabilities can be super useful in real life.
Stats made sense because it was close to real stuff we see every day.
Speaking of things that made sense, do you remember any fun science experiments from school?
Oh yeah, the vinegar and baking soda volcano was epic. Always a crowd pleaser.
That one was classic. But I thought the egg density experiment was pretty neat too. Floating an egg in salt water. It's like magic, but with science.
True, but setting fire to methane bubbles was way cooler. Who knew farts could be so explosive?
That one always gets laughs. Though dissecting frogs in biology class was educational. Got to see how organs work up close.
Dissections were interesting, but making slime with borax and glue was way more hands-on and fun.
Slime is great for sure. And what about those pendulum motion studies? Predicting swings based on length, that stuff stuck with me.
Pendulums were cool, but building a simple electric circuit with batteries and light bulbs felt more practical.
Circuits are awesome because you can see immediate results. Remember when we built little motors using magnets and wire loops?
Those motors were so satisfying when they finally started spinning.
Thinking about those experiments reminds me how much history class also shaped my understanding of the past. What about you?
Yeah, history was pretty eye-opening. Learning about the world wars really changed how I see global conflicts today.
Exactly. The causes and consequences were so complex. And studying ancient civilizations like Rome and Greece gave me a deeper appreciation for how societies evolve.
Agreed. The fall of the Roman Empire especially showed how big empires can collapse due to internal issues.
Right, and learning about different leaders, like Julius Caesar or Napoleon, really highlighted how individual actions can have huge impacts on history.
Definitely. History class made me realize how interconnected everything is, from politics to culture.
Absolutely. And understanding timelines helped me grasp how events lead to others over time, like how the Industrial Revolution led to modern technology.
True. It's amazing how those historical events still affect us now.
Thinking about how history class connected the dots, it makes me wonder about our language learning experiences. Did you find that challenging?
Oh yeah. Learning Spanish in high school was tough at first. The grammar rules were so different from English.
I remember French class being similar. Conjugating verbs was a real headache, but once you get the hang of it, it becomes easier.
True. And trying to learn new vocabulary every day felt overwhelming sometimes. But when you finally start having conversations, it's really rewarding.
Absolutely. I had success with listening exercises. Watching French movies with subtitles helped a lot.
Same here. Listening to music in Spanish made a big difference too. The lyrics would stick in my head.
That's great. Another challenge was pronunciation. Some sounds just don't exist in English, like the R in French.
Yeah. And then there are idioms and expressions that don't translate directly. They can be tricky to understand at first.
For sure. But when you figure them out, It feels like cracking a code. And seeing improvement over time is very motivating.
Totally agree. It's such a satisfying feeling when you can finally have a full conversation without stumbling over words.
Speaking of feeling satisfied, do you remember any art projects that were particularly enjoyable or meaningful? I always found them relaxing.
Oh yeah, painting landscapes was really fun. Mixing colors to get just the right shade was so rewarding.
That's true. And sculpture class was interesting too. Working with clay and seeing something take shape from your own hands was amazing.
Absolutely. We did a project where we had to create a self-portrait in clay. It was challenging but really insightful.
Self-portraits are great for that. I remember making a mixed media collage. Using different materials like fabric, paper, and paint to tell a story was fascinating.
Colleges are cool because you can be so creative with them. Each piece adds something unique.
Definitely. And photography class taught me how to see things differently. Learning about composition and lighting changed how I look at everyday scenes.
Photography is awesome like that. We did a project on black and white portraits, which forced us to focus on shadows and contrasts.
That sounds really interesting. Seeing the world in shades of gray must have been quite powerful.
It was. Every detail became more pronounced, and it made the photos feel very dramatic.